Shifting focus to the state of Telangana, now some breaking news coming in. We are learning that Telangana's Chief Minister Revanth Reddy on Thursday defended the Musi Riverfront Development Project, saying it was aimed at rejuvenation of river and not just its beautification. The Chief Minister in fact slammed the opposition for propagating lies by claiming that the cost of the project is 1.5 lakh crore rupees. He in fact also dared BRS working president K.T. Rama Rao to live by the banks of river Musi to understand the hardships of the people living there in deplorable conditions. Let's listen in to what Revanth Reddy actually said.
మేము వెళ్తాం అంటారు. నా సూచన ఒకటే, వెల్లుడు కాదు, ఒక 3 నెలలు అక్కడ ఉండురు. 3 నెలలు మీరు మూసి ఒడ్డున మీరు ఉండండి, దానికి సంబంధించిన కిరాయి నేను కడతా. హరీష్, కేటీఆర్, ఈటల రాజేందర్ ఈ ముగ్గురికి 3 ఇండ్లు కిరాయి పైసలు నేను కడతా. ఇప్పుడు ఖాళీ చేసిన ఇండ్లు ఉన్నాయి, డబుల్ బెడ్రూమ్ ఇళ్ళకు పోయినాయి. ఆ ఇండ్లు వాళ్ళకే ఇస్తాం. మీరు ఒక 3 నెలలు అక్కడనే ఉన్నారు. అక్కడి నుంచే మీరు రాజకీయం చేయండి. మీరు అడుకుంటాం అక్కడనే ఉండి ఎప్పుడు బుల్డోజర్ వస్తారో ఆనే కాపలాగా ఆనే ఉండండి. ముగ్గురికి 3 ఇండ్లు నేను దానకిషోర్ గారికి ఆదేశాలు ఇస్తున్నాం. 3 ఇండ్లకు బోర్డులు పెట్టారు. ఒకటి ఈటల రాజేందర్ గారికి, ఒకటి హరీష్ రావు గారికి, మూడవది కేటీ రామారావు గారికి 3 ఇండ్లు కేటాయించి వాటిని ఏమి చేయకండి, ఆడొక వీళ్ళని పెట్టండి. ఆ ముగ్గురు ఇండ్లు వాళ్ళకి ఏమైనా చిన్న చిన్న వసతులు కావాలనే ఏర్పాటు చేయండి.
CNN News 18, Swastika Das is joining us on the broadcast. Swastika, very good morning to you. We've just heard from Telangana's Chief Minister. He said that, the opposition is resorting to cheap politics over this particular matter, would request them to live by the banks of river and first realize, the conditions and the deplorable conditions indeed that people are actually living in.
Well, yes, let me bring you up to speed with what exactly is the Musi rejuvenation plan. This is a mega project that's been executed by the state government. The idea is to not just clean up the Musi River, which flows through the heart of Hyderabad, but also build world-class infrastructure around it. Now, with respect to this project, the government has allocated 141 crores for detailed project report. It has been handed over to 5 different companies. One is, of course, Singapore-based Mainhart, for which the BRS now is raising a lot of questions, saying this is a company against whom Interpol notice was issued. It is blacklisted. Congress's own ally, the Jharkhand Mukti Morcha Chief Minister, in fact, Hemant Soren had blacklisted the company, saying they put inflated costs and they do not have eligible track record to say that they are a company that should be given. Now, the bone of contention from the BRS's side is that why is the project budget being pegged at 1.5 lakh crores? And they are saying that the Chief Minister in the past had said so. Point number 2 is they are saying if the 6 guarantees of the Congress have not been implemented first, then what is the need of coming up with this mega project which would incur a lot of expense? The government has in fact failed to give the 6 guarantees first and in turn is resorting to these kind of projects to plunge the state coffers to a further low.
Right. Swastika, please stay on with us. Since we have touched upon what exactly is the politics over this particular issue, we have a reaction coming in from K.T. Rama Rao as well. This is one of the breaking news from the same state. Countering this, BRS working president, as Swastika has already mentioned, K.T. Rama Rao has questioned why people's houses were being demolished if the detailed project report is not ready in the first place. He in fact also lambasted the government for failing to implement the 6 guarantees first and going ahead with a massive project like this. Swastika, would request you to please stay on with us. First, listen in from what exactly K.T. Rama Rao has to offer.
Big project during KCR Garu's time. Why are you objecting to this government's project? They are saying, number one, you have leveled wrong accusations against them. They are saying that the DPR hasn't been prepared. For the purpose of the DPR, they have allocated 140 crores. Allegation from your side is the project is 1.5 lakh crores.
Well, in fact, it's not me or our party leadership which has said this project is going to cost 1.5 lakh crore. Agar Chief Minister khud kehte hain, if the Chief Minister himself goes on a mic, on a microphone and says that this project cost has gone up from 50,000 crores to 1.5 lakh crore, isn't that alarming increase something that we should be worried about? Because I was a minister for municipal administration up until 11 months ago. We had designed the entire project in less than 16,000 crore. Now all of a sudden we see that there is a tenfold increase in the project cost. And the Chief Minister himself in April of this year says that this project can be done in 50,000 crores. And come July, that suddenly becomes 1.5 lakh crore. So this is certainly a scam in the making. This is certainly a loot in the making. That is our objection to it. Musi rejuvenation is something we have started. We are committed to it, and it can be completed in less than 20,000 crore. What Revanth Reddy government and Congress government is indulging in is an outright loot and outright scam, purely because Telangana has now become the ATM for the rest of India for Congress party, because there are only two or three governments in the country of Congress party. One in Karnataka where they are embroiled in scams, Muda scam, Valmiki scam, so they can't fund the All India Congress Committee. The other one is Telangana, where Revanth Reddy is the henchman, and he is unfortunately indulging in massive loot, massive corruption by way of these kind of projects where cost escalation is happening arbitrarily, and that's our objection.
Swastika, my colleague, continues to stay on with us on the broadcast. Swastika, a fair question coming in from KTR. He has asked for the significant rise in the project which was proposed initially, and of course the rise, the 2 times rise, of course, in this particular issue. Apart from that, Swastika, my second question to you would be also about what exactly the people on ground, since their deplorable condition has been mentioned by the Chief Minister, how are they reacting to this particular project?
See, second question first, with respect to the encroachments, it is a given thing that the riverbed has been encroached. So what the government has done is it has started moving families. The target is to move 10,000 families. So far they have moved about 1,600 odd families, given them 2 BHK households as compensation and 25,000 rupees as compensation. But the argument that's coming in from the opposition is, if the project idea in itself is not ready, then what is the need of encroaching the houses of people? You're going like a directionless initiative. That is the allegation that's coming in, not just from the BRS, but also from the BJP side as well. In fact, as a matter of fact, Kishan Reddy will also be visiting some of the areas which have been, where houses have been demolished, and that has been done by Hydra. Now, the point here is that why is this issue becoming a talking point in Hyderabad? Number one is because the Congress government seems to be under a lot of pressure with respect to not executing all its 6 guarantees. The promise that they had made was to give all the 6 guarantees in the first 100 days of power. But the intent that the government has expressed is, Musi is the one project which has never been taken care of by the government in the past. BRS was in power for the last 10 years. They have in fact done different study tours. They are going to different countries in fact to rejuvenate the project, and they are saying, we have not decided on the final amount of the project. Only DPR has been issued, and whatever the government is doing, it's all on record with respect to bringing in companies on board like Mainhart. But the BRS's contention is, number one, you failed to give the 6 guarantees and are going with this project. Number two, why are you going ahead with the encroachment if the project idea in itself is not ready? And the third important point that Mr. K.T. Ramarao has raised is that if the project was already at an advanced stage during their government, why is the government now hesitating to taking forward those ideas? Since money was spent back then, what is the need now to spend so much money and coming up with new projects?